Imagine a world where the Titanic never sank. A world where one decision on that fateful night changed history forever. On April 15, 1912, Titanic, the pride of the seas, was speeding through the icy waters of the North Atlantic. At 11:40 p.m., a towering iceberg was spotted dead ahead. First Officer Murdoch, acting on instinct, ordered the ship to turn to avoid it. The Titanic's side scraped against the ice, tearing open 5 watertight compartments. The result was catastrophic. Within hours, the unsinkable ship slipped beneath the waves, claiming over 1,500 lives. But here's the question: what if Titanic had hit the iceberg head-on? Could she have survived? The answer is surprisingly optimistic. Physics and engineering suggest that a direct collision would have crushed the bow, but left the ship afloat. Ships like the SS Arizona and the SS Grampian faced similar disasters, colliding head-on with icebergs and surviving to tell the tale. Their secret? Steel. Titanic's hull was made of soft, flexible steel, a material designed to absorb impacts without shattering. In a head-on collision, the ship's bow would have telescoped, crumpling like an accordion up to the foremast. While this would have been devastating for the crew quarters and cargo in the front, the rest of the ship's watertight compartments would have held firm. Titanic's designers planned for this exact scenario. The ship was built to stay afloat, with up to 4 compartments flooded. Now, imagine how that night could have unfolded differently. After the collision, Captain Smith would have immediately sent out a distress call. The RMS Carpathia and other rescue ships would have arrived to find Titanic damaged but afloat. Passengers, spared the panic of a sinking ship, would have calmly boarded lifeboats in an orderly evacuation. By dawn, nearly all survivors would have been rescued, and Titanic, though heavily damaged, might have limped to Canada for temporary repairs. With time and effort, the ship could have been restored and returned to service, a story of resilience and engineering triumph, not disaster. Some argue that a head-on collision would have been worse, with shockwaves tearing the ship apart. But real-world examples and expert testimony debunk this myth. Titanic's steel hull was designed to bend and absorb energy, not shatter. Her designers even stated during post-disaster inquiries that a head-on collision could have saved the ship. The bow would have absorbed the impact, while the rest of the hull remained intact. One split-second decision sealed Titanic's fate. Turning the ship to avoid the iceberg seemed logical at the time, but it exposed her vulnerable side. A head-on collision could have changed everything. Instead of a story of tragedy, Titanic might have become a legend of survival, a testament to human ingenuity. So, what do you think? Could Titanic's story have had a different ending? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating explorations of history's greatest what-ifs.